everybody, to the Breakdown Podcast YouTube channel. My name's Corey, and with me today, once again, to talk the Masked Singer, it's Vic.
I'm back, everybody. What's going on? It's been a while. Good to be here.
It has been. We do apologize for missing last week, but have no fear, we are going to catch up on that on last week's episode as well as this week's. So let's just get right into it.
Let's do that.
We're going to go back 2 weeks. We're going to talk, I don't remember the order. Did you write down the order?
I think I wrote it down in order, but we have to break it down.
Oh, sorry.
I got it. I took care of it. Yeah, so let me go back to my notes here, sir. If I remember correctly, we started out today's episode with, let me see. So here's this is Group A semifinals. Episode 9 is what we're discussing right now. And in the semifinals, we have Skunk, Bull, Jester, and Pepper. Mm-hmm. What I have boiled this down to is a very interesting combination of characters. I am hardcore locked in on everybody. However, I did change my guess on the Jester. But I locked in all of my other guesses.
Okay. And we both locked in Faith Evans for Skunk.
Right. You finally joined the bandwagon. Proud of you.
Yes. Bull, who did you have locked in?
Todrick Hall.
Okay. I'm still going with Cisco because I've got no other idea.
Okay.
And the Pepper was demasked.
Yes, she was. And I was correct. Yes! More points for me.
You were correct, but you stole the answer from one of our viewers.
What?
So you could thank him.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe that he did say that, but I believe that I come across it before you read that answer to me. Because, if you remember correctly, I told you about the clue that they gave that led me to Arquette and then brought me to her.
I have a feeling.
And then you told me.
Insert the part where you clipped it from that previous video.
And I had no guess for this, but upon their clues, they put in Courtney Cox. So of course I was like, "Oh, you shouldn't have done that," because now I know I'm gonna find. That's how I found the other ones. I put in Courtney Cox sings with Star, and the first thing that came up was Natasha Bedingfield. And I was like, British? This person is definitely British. Because the way that they said wizard was not right. Like, you know, you can hide it. But, like, certain words you say when you're British, you can't not say the British way. And, like, aluminum. British people say aluminium for no good reason.
Aluminium.
But when they say it, you're like, yeah, you're definitely British because nobody says it that way.
Or vitamin.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, definitely British. And I was like, I looked it up. I was like, oh, okay, so Natasha Bedingfield is British. There was a point in there where she was fighting with the guards and she has a shield. And there's like an angel on that shield. And she is involved with a charity that their logo is an angel. I forgot what it's called exactly right now. I wrote it down, but I forgot what it was. But she Global Angels, that's what it is. She also, and she did that song with Courtney Cox and her daughter Coco Arquette. I don't know, but it's called Unwritten. But all of those things, Google foo, and I'm going with Natasha Bedingfield.
Minute 37 seconds later.
Last week, Jacob commented on our episode saying that he's pretty sure the Pepper is Natasha Bedingfield.
Oh, I didn't even read that.
She went viral because of her booty on TikTok. Yes, I did say her booty.
I hadn't even looked at last week's episode when after you put it up. So then you told me about our listener, our viewer, bringing her up.
That may be true.
But either way, thank you very much to our viewer for actually coming up with that guess, because you were correct as well. Corey, who did you originally choose for this? Because it was not her.
I had Billie Eilish. So
that's right. You had Boobie Eilish.
Yeah. The final one from this group was the Jester. or as I like to call him, the Joker. I had Ricky Gervais.
Yes,
Now,
you did, and you were very wrong in that respect.
I was wrong, but I was on the right track.
You were in the right country.
I was in the right country. That's what I'm saying.
Every other clue to this did not track with Ricky Gervais.
No. In the end, no, it did not. However, in this episode, in the episode he gets voted off, there were some things I picked up a little bit, and I even noticed in his voice, and I was thinking, there's no way it was going to be Johnny Rotten.
Right.
So I actually thought about it, but quickly threw it away because I'm like, there's no way. Because first of all, that's really random.
Right.
Second of all, I mean, for them to pick him of all people is just I found it. I was like, there's no way.
So,
but it turned out it was him.
My guess last week was ridiculous because I just screwed everything up. I guessed Alice Cooper. And you're like, and I was like, it's a British accent. And you're like, I was like, yeah, that's gotta be it. And I was like, it's Alice Cooper. And you're like, Alice Cooper's from fucking Detroit, you jackass. And I was like, oh, well, I guess I got that wrong. But then I actually made a second guess that made a little more sense, I think. Is Dee Snider from the U.S.?
Yes.
I fucked that one up too then. Because he said Twisted Sister, he said Twisted, and I was like, oh, Twisted, that's a clue, Twisted Sister. Yeah, I got this one completely wrong, so I wasn't even close. I wasn't even in the right country. At least you were in the right country, even though I know all the clues did not match up to Ricky Gervais, so I knew you were wrong there. But, I'm getting off that train completely because that was a wreck.
Yeah. Well, that leaves us with Skunk and Bull as the final two from Group A.
Yes. Now let me hold on. Let me talk about Skunk for one. I mean, Skunk and Bull for 1 second. So they brought up the clue about love, and that threw everybody into a tizzy because apparently P. Diddy has changed his name again, and now he's known as Love.
It's the first I've heard of it.
I had no idea. I was the same way. I was like, okay. Like, I listen to this music on a regular basis, and I have not seen anything about him renaming himself Love. But apparently he has, and if will.i.am endorses it and says it's true, I believe him. Out of everybody on that panel, he's the only one I believe.
He'll change his name back to Diddy next week.
Yeah.
So.
But with bringing that up, they're like, oh my God, it could be Faith Evans. I'm like, I've been saying that the whole damn time. Come on, people. But so that's locked in.
You would think too, out of all the people that were on that panel, will.i.am would have been the first one to pinpoint exactly who it is.
Yeah, probably. But he's only been, I mean, this is his first time on the episode for the entire season, so he hasn't really heard her sing.
He's heard Faith Evans.
And the song that she sang is like super, super soulful, and like it could be almost any true, like, singer that actually can hit that range. Like it could have been just about anybody. So I don't fault him for that one, but you can't have him just come on and be like, yeah, that's Faith Evans, and walk off. He just like drops a mic and walks off the stage.
Mic drops and walks off. Yeah.
It would have been perfect. But Todrick Hall. So talking to my daughter the other day, and she said that she thought this was Morris Chestnut. And the reason why she thinks it was Morris Chestnut is because he's been running around on TikTok singing and dancing and acting a fool for the fun of it. And she's like, he can sing, which he can. He can dance, which he can. But in this episode, Bull did a this kick that literally almost took one of his horns off. And when he did that, I was like, Morris Chestnut cannot do that. There's no way he can do that. So that definitely threw him off of that cliff. That is not Morris Chestnut. And there's a very, very distinct sound to him, and I can see him doing that. I don't even see Cisco pulling that kick off the way he did. And then at the end of it, when he did that little like kicky thing on the ground on his back, that was a very like odd position to put yourself into, and I was like, I've never seen Cisco do anything like that. I've seen him breakdance. I've seen her do all kinds of stuff, but that position, that was very happy. And so is Todrick Hall. So I think that I did lock this in first week. I was like, well, no, second week, because first week I thought it was Childish Gambino, so Daniel Glover. But I've locked this in since week 2, and I still say that this is Todrick Hall.
All right, so we move on to last week's show, and
Yes.
I think we started out with Banana Split.
Yes, we did. Banana Split was a little more animated and a little more talkative this episode, which I thought, not Banana Split, I should say. And
Yeah.
he may have got himself in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, so first of all, I'm totally getting rid of Lady Gaga and Tony Bennett.
Of course, because they just did a Lady Gaga song.
Especially considering in this episode, like you just said, they come out and do that. I was like, well, there goes that.
That's the one trope line they have not crossed, which is to have the singer of the song do their own song. Mm-hmm. It's the only line they haven't crossed yet. And when they do, that's going to break the show. But yeah, as soon as she starts singing, I was like, well, there goes Corey's guess. So let's see who he ends up with now.
Well, I threw it out anyway prior to the song because just by listening to the banana talking, I'm like, that's not Tony Bennett. So that's done. But here's the problem I have with this contestant.
Okay.
There's no point for the banana.
Name
me one time when Banana has sang.
I can't actually say that.
He's played piano and played drums.
Right.
He probably didn't even play them.
Well,
you could get rid of him and have a backing track do that.
This is true.
Probably what was done anyway.
But
what is the point?
He's a musician. If based on my guess, he's a musician, so he counts. He fits more than some of the other people who have done this show and done nothing. But he hasn't. But like you said, he has not sung. So yeah, I get that for sure. They're showcasing the ice cream. I guess the split. I don't know. They are definitely showcasing her voice and then his talent. So, but
what talent?
Well, I'm just saying, like, what he does is what he does.
He's literally just been a prop.
I know this is true, but it is what it is. With that being said, though, who is your guess now that you no longer can use Lady Gaga? Who will it be?
You know, I really probably should say Catherine McPhee because that seems to be the thing. So I'll go with those two.
Hold on. Here's the kicker. So in the clue package when they were talking, he's like, well, you know, I just wanted to try my hand at becoming a pop star. And then Banana goes, yeah, one of us tried that and didn't quite make it. And the ice cream got mad. But that's a reference to Catherine McPhee going on American Idol and not winning. So I think that little thing, and she was mad like about that the entire episode. Like she brought it up again at the end, and she was just like, "Yeah, whatever."
They just played into that. Those are just clues for us, and it's probably the best and only clues to come out of this episode for them.
But I'm guessing, but I feel like she wasn't expecting him to say it the way he did, or when he did, and then I still think it kind of irked her a little bit. But that clue alone even adds into the Catherine McPhee thing. Again, I give my wife full credit for this guess, but the clues all match up. So and that part of it, especially that, and I know that's the whole point behind her being like because it even says like she tried her hand at it before in the first clue package. Talks about her trying her hand at it and not making it, and then finding another avenue, which was acting. So definitely that's who this is.
I think next up was Caterpillar, was it not?
Yes, it was. So when we left last week's episode, or 2 weeks ago, you had brought up, we were talking about who this could possibly be. And I was kind of leaning towards one of the Queer Eye guys, but I didn't know which one it was. And you were like, yeah, the Queer Eye guys does make sense because that could definitely be one of them. But I wasn't sure like which one it could be. And doing the research, I found the Wikipedia page for Queer Eye. I went through each one of the guys that have been on that show. And Bobby Burke ends up being the best fit in there because literally everything about his clue package, it's like his producer just went on Wikipedia and wrote their clue package directly from the Wikipedia page, because it literally says almost in order that he got kicked out of his house, he lived in his car, he worked for a company that basically told him that, like, he worked his way up in a company and then they fired him, told him that he wasn't going to amount to anything. He talks about stealing a product, stealing a ball and catching on fire, which works towards the fact that, like, the company he was working for, he was a brand manager for a furniture company. Then he left when he got fired there. He started his own furniture company online, and it just blew up. It went huge, and that's why he's the interior design guy for Queer Eye. And that's the, like, I failed, but then I stole a product. So basically he stole the idea and ran with it and caught on fire. So, like, everything about his like clue package from the first clue set is literally just his Wikipedia page. So I picked Bobby Burke, and I was correct because he is also from Michigan, which they showed they showed the Great Lakes, and the storm.
Actually, you know what?
What, is that his? Am I wrong?
They said that stood for the 5 people from Queer Eye.
Oh, is that what it was? But
he's 5 people.
That's the Great Lakes, and I don't know. Maybe that was their interpretation, but I took it differently. And then they had the whole storm thing, which I'm still not sure what that worked into. Did they say if that was a thing? I'm the only thing I can figure is maybe the storm has something to do with his name, because, like, you know, they name big storms after people, and I think that they name one after men and one after women. So the only thing I figure is, like, maybe his storm was named after him, like Tropical Storm Bobby or something stupid like that, or Robert, or Tropical Storm Robert or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'm fishing, but I get it. I did send it to you, and we were kind of getting towards that. We were going down that lane, so, like, I feel like we get partial credit for this one because I couldn't come up with the guy's name last week, and I just kind of researched it this week and found it. So I feel like I should only get partial credit for it, but whatever.
We're not doing partial credits.
All right, so am I getting it or am I not getting it?
Did you actually give me his name?
I didn't give you his name last episode. I told you I was going to research it for this episode.
Oh, okay.
Which is what I did, and I did send you the information. Okay. What was your guess for this, though? Did you have one for Caterpillar?
I didn't have one. No, I mean, like you said, we were on the Queer Eye route, but I didn't really have a clue. I have no clue who this dude is, so I never would have picked him.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that. What's it? I think Duck was next.
Duck was next. No, was it?
Yeah.
It wasn't Queen of Hearts?
He was next.
Okay.
And then Queen of Hearts was last.
All right. So Duck, again,
we called it.
Making all kinds of references. We called it.
We called it.
I loved it. I love we called it. You were not down with this guess at all. You were against me on this guess until last week.
No.
You had like two different people you chose before you got to this.
No, he was the second one.
I could have swore you had two. You had some sports guy, then you had a singer, and then you went to him.
As soon as that Chris Pratt video was, I had his name written. I wrote his name down.
On the first Chris Pratt video?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, either way, I called that right off the bat. I was like, Duck Dynasty, dude.
Yeah,
locking it in.
I looked it up online and saw that he did a song with some other country.
Locking it in week 1 of his episode. I don't know. It wasn't week 1 of the show, but whatever week he premiered, I locked that shit in quick. So we got him. So we both get points for him.
Have you been keeping track of these?
I have not, but I think I remember who I did have.
Yeah, I'll have to go back. I've got all the names written out, so I can figure out which ones we get.
Yeah. So the other one that we have is Queen of Hearts.
And let me tell you something.
My wife agrees with you that it's not Jewel. She said the voice doesn't sound right, but everything matches. And I told her the clues. Like, she was like, "That's not Jewel. That's not her voice." But then I gave her the first week's clue pack, and she's like, "Okay, you win. It is Jewel."
Let me tell you something. I don't know who this is. I'm still sticking with Pink.
Okay.
However, I did notice towards the end of the song, she started to do. It almost seemed like she wanted to do her little yodel thing at the end of the song. So I was like, oh man, I was like, maybe I could see Jewel. I could almost see that. But again, I'm sticking with Pink, and whoever this is sounded freaking amazing. Did an awesome rendition of the song.
Yeah, they did these. It was her and Skunk both did like the really deep, soulful, like old what do they call it? Like jazz, like old jazz songs, and they just sounded really, really good. Like, it's gonna end up coming down to Skunk and Queen of Hearts in the end, but I feel like they're going to probably pick Queen of Hearts. But I don't know. We'll see what these next couple things come out with. But I feel like that's where it's going to.
You know, I'm looking at this, and you have Queen of Hearts,
right?
Skunk. Who else is left? I'm saying Banana Split.
Banana Split goes next week. Banana Split goes first thing next week.
No. This is no order.
Oh.
And then you have Bull. You have 3 females and 1 male.
Right.
That's interesting.
Well, 3 females and 2 males because Banana's in there.
No, we're not counting Banana.
Because he hasn't sung anything?
No. Banana is a prop.
Right. So he's just a prop.
No reason for him to be there.
So here's what we have. I'm going to run down real quick. First one was Octopus. MBS, just gonna run down real quick of like who is out and who we got. Maybe do you have that list, or did you want to do that separately?
You want to do that now?
You want to do that separately?
Well, I'll just do it off video.
I was just gonna do a quick rundown. I've got the whole list right here.
Okay, all right, let's do it.
So you take notes. Octopus was Dwight Howard. Did you get that?
And I got that one right.
Okay, Vivica A. Fox. I don't think either one of us got that one.
Neither one of us got.
Pufferfish was Tony Braxton. Neither one of us got that one.
Nope.
Dalmatian was Tigga. Neither one of us got that one. Nope. So we're 4 in the hole right there. The baby was
1 point. You have 0.
Oh yeah, that's right. So the baby was Larry the Cable Guy.
No.
Cupcake was Ruth Pointer. I got that one.
Okay, Cupcake.
Hamster was Rob Schneider. I got that one.
And Hamster, no. Okay.
I
was making sure I didn't change my answer.
Beach Balls, Honey Boo Boo, and Mama June. Nobody got that one. No. Nobody got that one.
We're going to forget that part.
Right. So Jester was Johnny Rotten. Neither one of us got that one. Pepper was Natasha Bedingfield. Got that one.
Okay.
Mallard was Willie Roberts. Got that one. And Caterpillar was Bobby Burke. I got that one.
Oops.
So
Caterpillar.
Did you pick Rob Schneider for Hamster when we did that one? I don't remember.
No, I had Zach Galifianakis.
Oh, that's right.
What about Mother Nature?
Mother Nature was Vivica A. Fox. That's the one I said neither one of us got that one.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're up 5-2.
Shoo! We have left Queen of Hearts, Banana Split, Skunk, Bull.
And that's it.
What are your official guesses for those? Since this will be the last one, right? They're just going to do these. That set will be the finals.
I would imagine so.
So let's lock in our guesses for these guys right now.
Okay, I'll just go through all 4 of mine.
Okay.
Banana Split is Catherine McPhee and whoever that banana is.
Yeah, David McPhee.
Queen of Hearts, I'm sticking with Pink.
Okay, for me that is Jewel. Skunk.
And for Bull, I am
Cisco.
I'm still going Cisco. Screw it.
Okay, I've got Todrick Hall.
And Faith Evans for Skunk.
Faith Evans for Skunk. So, that's it.
All right, we will be back next week to go over these and see if we are right about any of them. So, on behalf of Vic,
that's me.
I'm Corey. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you next time.
See ya.